5, and that is 8, and that is 13, and it carries on forever. But that's the sequence of how nature multiplies. It's the feminine energy, as far as like that, not like this, right? So the reality is that nature spirals like this. The illusion is that one day there was nothing, and then there was a big bang, and then everything came to be. That's the illusion. Nature doesn't work like that. Nature doesn't work in big bangs. Nature is always slowly. Things are very small and minute, but progressive. The reality. All right. So our folks, they want to keep you. If you say this is the land of the living, it's the land of the dead. The way you see it is, if you want more clarification on this, they're online anyway on YouTube. Where we live. This is where the live business comes in, and living, being alive or lost and dead at sea. This is where it comes in. So live is positive, is high above the land. Underground is what the Romans did, is transpose or do a mirror image of that, and they produce something called that. All right. Same thing when they did that. That's unconditional. And when they came in, they introduced a new system. They just reversed everything.
Yeah.
You see, so everything is reversed. Amor.
No.
Yeah.
Amor.
They produce this, which is fear, the opposite. This is the culture that you're under now. And this is what they've been pushing for thousands of years. In the cycle, because it began, there's a point where we had the golden age here. Then it came to an end at some point with the dark ages, where they were killing people, murdering people, burning witches and all that nonsense. And now it's coming to an end. We're going back to the light.
Yeah.
So we're just at the edge here now. So the evil is finishing and we're starting a new phase. That's where we are, but as usual, they're going to try and keep the position here. But as long as you know what they're doing, then it's easy. So it's the wording that they use and it's spelling. Alright? So everything legal is to do with paperwork and what's on the paper. Because they try to enforce a commercial instrument. So is the commercial instrument valid or invalid? That's what the back of it is. Is it invalid document or not valid? What makes it valid is it has this is gold. So let's say this is your lower chakras. Red, purple, if you will. Green is the mid chakra. Then you have the 3 here and 3 there. So red, orange, yellow. Green, blue, purple, gold. Above. What am I doing? Indigo.
Raising your vibration, is it?
Yeah, exactly. Now, they want to keep you here on the negative emotion, which is the fear-based. And you can tell by colors also. What they've done is they've limited your thinking to alphabet only, which is letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You see. But your brain functions both ways. Your brain interprets images. That's why you get subliminals in the films and advertising. Whereas they won't teach you what subliminals mean, they'll put them there anyway. So you need to retrain your brain so you can use both sides, so you can read images as well as letters. Not just letters only, because alpha, beta is only, alpha and beta are only 5 states of consciousness, you see. So alpha being the top, say you're conscious, awake like this. In the state where you go, where you're not that conscious, but you're still not sleeping. Then you go into sleeping state, then dreaming state, then deep sleep, completely like delta states. Those are the states where you can connect with your creator because you have no consciousness, if you will. You're not intellectualizing things. You're just accepting the energy as it is. But you need to get into deep sleep to do that. But they keep you here on the alphabet only. So you're missing out on all this knowledge that comes in other forms except through alphabet. So you need to start reading other things so you can even feeling people more than waiting for them to what they say. You can feel people and symbols, read the symbols. So once you read the symbols, then you know who you're doing business with. And right now they're everywhere. Everywhere. Everywhere, everything we wear, everything material right now is to do with the evil people. And the way they manipulate the system is through the mass media. So they're going to start you, mass media and education system. They're going to start you young, because when you're young, you're very impressionable. When you're age 1, you're here, age 2, you're there, 3, 4, 5, 6. By the time you're 7, you're using your high chakras. 7-year-old kid is very smart.
Yeah.
They're absorbing a lot. So everything you teach a 7-year-old between 5 and 7, they're going to retain that for the rest of their life, unless they consciously choose to change it. That's why they need to shift to school between 5 and 7 and teach you all this nonsense at that period when you're using your smarts. So it's a cycle. So you go to 7, and it goes back down again, and then 14 is another critical age. 21 is another critical age, because it moves in 7s. This cycle, that's a cycle of 7s. Alright? That's the reality. The reality is this. On this plane, all you're supposed to do is to raise yourself up. That's all. That's all. But because people depend on you for their living livelihood, they're going to keep you down here. Because that's the energy they need. So that's the fight. So don't be kept down here by fear. You need to raise yourself up and find out what your function is in this plane. Because most people don't know what the hell they're doing here. So do you know what your purpose is? I don't know. So if you don't know, who's going to know? I can't know your function. So you need to know your function. I know my one. But do you know what you're doing here? No. What the hell, man?
The Japanese call it the ikigai, your reason for being.
You have to have a reason for being.
Yeah.
Well, when I was coming up, what was it? There's a line, if I can remember it. There's nothing more painful than life without a purpose. Yeah, something along those things. See, what the hell?
Die, innit? It's die.
What the hell?
When people retire, they think that this is no longer.
So you gotta find a purpose, and you find the purpose if you raise yourself to this spot here, which is the heart chakra, the 2 triangles. That's what that symbol is, 2 triangles. And this is where you get passion and compassion. The passion for something, doesn't matter what it is. Once you find your purpose, you get a passion for it, and you do what you're doing, what your purpose is, and then you're happy because you're performing your function. This is my word it is.
Yeah.
And then all this other stuff doesn't matter. But the trouble is we're trained to try and chase this dream. It doesn't exist, an illusion, it's Hollywood. You have to have these things to be happy, so everyone chases these things that don't exist. You can chase them forever. They don't exist. Happiness is internal, it's not external. If you're miserable, it doesn't matter what you have, you're going to be miserable anyway. People with money, they're miserable. You see, you can have no money, but because you generate happiness inside, it's transmutation. It's got to be something you create inside yourself and then share with other people. That's what it is. You see, if you're miserable and you go to the club, think there's happiness there, you're going to be miserable in the club because you're taking whatever made you miserable there with you. That's the point. So happiness is created internally. It's not external. But these guys say that happiness is material, and you need to pursue and get this kind of stuff to be happy. So if I have, I saw a documentary, somebody had a house, had 50 bedrooms. 50 bedrooms.
Yeah, hope he was happy.
So 50 bedrooms in your house, you see. What for? So the guy with 10 bedrooms is going to think, shit, I'm not happy. I have to get 14 bedrooms more. You see, 41 to be happier than him. So now I'm going to work even harder to get my 41 bedrooms. That's the illusion where we caught up with. You're chasing things that the guy put in your brain, the Roma guy in a box. That for you to be happy, you have to get these things. And that's what everyone is chasing. They don't understand that is not living. You're being evil when you're doing those things. When you wake up in the morning and every day your purpose in life is to chase money, you're being evil. And the Pope says that. They wake up, they don't chase money. The other things they do.
We're paying for, we're giving them everything so they don't need to chase it.
Exactly.
You know?
Yep, because they're using their brain, they know how to manipulate people. So we need to start using our brain so we know how to manipulate it. Yeah. So that's the reality and the illusion, and the game that we're involved in right now is just that. Either you can live up here or down here, you can be in the middle, But we live in a plane of choice. You choose what you want, but there's consequences to every choice. And that's it. Choose whatever you want, but there's consequences. That's why they give it to you. You have to consent. They create a situation. It's going to be difficult to live if you don't have a bank account. You're not going to die. So fine. We have core, so we go through the struggle. I don't mind. I'll go around it. I don't mind. You put an obstacle. All I'm thinking is how I can get around it. You see. Because we move like water, for instance. You can't block me. If you put an obstacle, I'm going to go around it.
You don't have a bank account? You don't have a bank account?
I do have a bank account, but it's for, I don't use it that regular. Or if there are emergencies and things like that, if I need to get money. But I don't use it for business like they want me to use it. It's for emergency. The things I have is 3. I have a bank account, I have, what's the other one? National insurance number. I'm going to give it back to them as soon as I do the things I'm doing. And also have like an ID. Yeah, those 3 things are the only things I have that's for official. But I need them just in case I get stopped or I need to do whatever. But I've limited my agreements to minimum.
What do you do about passport?
I'm going to apply for what's called a travel document. You don't need a passport. Because a passport is a port pass.
Yeah.
That's maritime law.
Yeah.
So when you apply for a passport, it's for business. You see. So what you need to apply for is travel documents, which you use to travel and come back.
The world passport. The world passport.
There is a world passport. But that's still a passport. But you want a travel document. It's called a traveling document. That's what it's called.
Per trip, you need one document for each trip.
Yeah. So if you need to go to wherever you're going to go, you go to the passport office, they give you the document, you're going to get this visa stamped, and that's the document you use to go in and come back. So you don't get a passport.
Because I want to go to Ghana, but they want me to have it. What do you think when you start to go to Ghana? The yellow fever
vaccination certificate. Yeah.
The Ghanaian government to be checked.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's the trouble. Because all governments are one. It's one government. It's one all countries are corporations. Under the Pope. And they're the ones that are dispensing the medicine to you. They decide how many people to kill this year, how many, whatever to do with you. So all these passports and restrictions on traveling is because each corporation has got its own rules and regulations. Yeah, that's all.
So you getting the yellow fever jab will kill quite a lot of people then.
Yeah, but if you decide that you want to die of yellow fever, surely it should be your choice.
Yeah. Thank you. I mean, I'm not going to spread it, am I? I mean,
they just don't want to pay for you to come back.
I'm quite happy to be a part of the garden.
Yeah, it's getting away from, it depends on what paperwork you have. I suppose once we finish what we're doing, because what you want to do, everything is an account, right? Everything. Your passport is an account, that's why you have numbers. Everything with a number is an account. That account is a bond, you see, attached to your name. What you want to do is to secure the bonds, you see. So for instance, your name is John Smith. Every bond created in that name, you secure that one. Once you've done that, then you can give instructions under that account. And things will be easier. You can ask for a passport under that account and they can't refuse it. See? So that's why we're taking it. Once the account is secure, then you're running it. That's your state. Then you have every right as a man to travel without having to be a subject of somebody else. Because right now, if you apply for a passport, it means you accept the status of subject. That's what the condition is.
What does the P on passport stand for? Is it peon or pauper? Is it pauper?
Yeah, if you were rich, you'd have a real jack.
Because even birth certificates were only for poor people initially. They were called, what were they called? Gosh, I'm going to read this stuff for a while. But what happened is the church used to take homeless people and then put them in their compounds, and they started certifying them that way. That's how birth certificate came to be. It used to be called a settlement certificate. Yeah. But then after that, then they started selling them. Now I think there were 2,000 each baby born. If the doctor gets the mother to register the baby, the doctor gets 2,000.
What now? No way.
Yeah, it's business.
Jesus.
I'm going to tell you, I've got 10 coming this year if you want to split the money.
Yeah, everything is business. Everything is commerce. There's a money value to everything. I mean, years ago when we were doing council tax, I got angry because I was asking a friend of mine for council tax, so we did our research and find out how much they sell these tax for. £25. £25 they sold it to the bailiff.
Benefits coming to thousands.
Yeah. And the collection of insurance as well. £25. So you just write the bailiff needs to write them a very nice note. Please remove my personal details from your database. Thank you very much. That's it.
And you wasted your 25 quid.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're gone. Right? So yes, what's the battle? You know, live in the land of the living or the land of the dead. The land of the living is easier, but the devil tries to put obstacles in your way. This is a permanent thing, so it's not going to end. So it's just a matter of getting comfortable with how to deal with the devil, because he's here all the time. This is his plan, right? So he's not going to go away. Okay? So as long as you're here, you need to know how to deal with him. And how does he deal? Through contracts. The devil doesn't just rush into your house. He's going to come in, knock at your door with a smile, and say, yeah, we come to give you some services today. Can you come in? It could be anything. It could be crime prosecution services. It could be policy enforcement services. It could be anything, but they come under the guise of service. And that's what gives you an option out. Okay, because the service requires offer and acceptance. So you have to give me what you offer, and I'm going to think about it. If I like it, I'll accept it. If not, goodbye.
Does that include companies like Sky, for example? Would you say they're providing people with a good service or an evil service?
Sky, see, I don't know what Sky do.
Sky TV?
Television.
Yeah, they TV.
It's a lie.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, but does it have a side, or is it neutral? Do you understand?
No. It's not neutral because they are in this world here.
The media.
Yeah, Medea.
Okay.
If you look at Medea, if you do a research, find out who Medea was. Medea.
No.
Medea who killed the children.
Jason's wife?
Medea,
was it Jason's wife?
not that Medea, the other Medea. There's Medea, the one who killed the children, but the original Medea, the one from the old times, like we're talking about ancient M-E,
Medea.
Medea. But that's what they converted to write as media. Now they call it media like this. But
that makes sense.
Yeah, but it's to do with media and mediation and channeling. But when it comes to channeling, that's what I'm talking about.
They call it a media or a medium. Yes.
Media, medium, and broadcast as well. Broad and cast. There's broadcast, channeling, right? And then energy, right? And if you understand what broadcasting is cast. You know what a cast is? A bunch of actors.
Okay.
So they're casting a whole bunch of people in their play, their act. That's what they're doing.
In the broadest possible sense.
Alright? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast a whole bunch of people to my play. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my programming into the television set and let you guys watch it. Alright? I'm going to cast my spells on you, and then I'm going to control you. Now I have a whole bunch of actors. Now they tell me what to do guys. I'm going to give you a script, how to act. That's how you program. You see?
How to feel.
Yes, how to feel, how to react to certain emotions.
Yeah.
That's it, that's all that's going on. Tunnel-light vision is that they program you to behave in a certain way due to certain circumstances. And how do they do it? The easiest one is this. You watch television, and the best one is cop stories. TV is there to promote cop stories and fake hearings and courtroom drama. That's what television is for. Why? Because when you see on TV policemen talking in a car, what happens? Get out of the car quickly. You don't say anything with the actor who's acting as the pedestrian or driver. He doesn't speak to the police that he's supposed to. You're being programmed. When you see the policeman, this is what you do.
Do the same thing.
Yeah, get out of your car and act like this. The real thing is to stop me. He's like, excuse me, how can I help you, man?
Yeah.
What happened? What's up? Why are you stopping me?
Yeah.
What's going on? That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah.
I don't need your services right now, man. Keep it moving. But that, you will never see that. You never see it on TV.
Some of those programs can't pay, won't pay, will take it away.
I don't.
They don't show it.
They don't show what we do.
Most of the people who suffer from the debt are probably actors anyway.
Yeah.
But even the ones that aren't actors have said, oh yeah, you better come in then.
No,
Yeah.
how? But that's how they put scared factors in you.
Yeah.
It's a very small percentage of what happens like that. Because all debts are illegal anyway. We're in bankruptcy. How can I have a debt in bankruptcy? You expect me to pay. And yeah. So the television is there to program you to believe an illusion. That's all it is. For me, I stopped watching TV in 1998. So I didn't watch TV for a long, long time. I did for a couple of years, 2000, the new year. But after that, then zip. So I never know what's going on on the television set, because I don't live in that illusionary world. I go in there once in a while to see what's going on, might see the news to see if there's any new messages. But most of the time, I don't know what's going on TV.
World War III, but don't worry about it. Just
If it happens, I'm going to feel it. That's the point. My life is this. There's going to be a World War III.
there isn't.
I'm not going to sit down worrying about it. You see, because whether or not I worry about it, it's not going to make it happen or not happen. For me, if it's going to happen, but I cannot worry about. It's like somebody challenging you to a fight, saying, "Okay, fine, I'm going to beat you up next week," and you spend the whole week worrying about it. It's going to beat me up. Oh. You're suffering. You're making yourself suffer. For me, I'm going to wait until the moment.
You think that's what they're doing with Trump then? To be threatening this nuclear war with Korea?
Trump
I
is
think
the final Trump in the Revelation.
Revelation, final trumpet,
Trumpet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So he's supposed to usher in the martial law. So he's supposed to cause so much discontent in America and then shut it down and introduce martial law. That's his purpose.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So are they really going to go to war with them?
Well,
No, it's going to be internal.
we'll put it this way.
World War III is a war of propaganda. It's a mental war.
But the point, okay, what I say to people is this. The reason why those things exist is because you guys pay attention to it. If you didn't give them ratings, they shut down the television.
You see, a man like that, I like Trump, I have to say. Because a man that speaks his mouth and twitters everything is a man with a loose tongue. That means you can plan for him.
What I see is what you get.
You can have a politician that goes in with a different mindset that wants to kill people. He talks it,
No.
He talks
Trump is the director of the company. He's got no say. He's got no say whatsoever. Trump is like Obama. He's a puppet. He's the president of the company.
He talks to that, you see.
But
That's scripted.
it's reality TV on another level, that's all.
It's reality TV. That's what I'm saying. How do people get involved in reality TV to the extent emotional involvement? And they get upset about the television and they look around, they look at this box and getting emotional.
Oh yeah.
Because somebody says something or they saw something on this thing. It's a two-dimensional box. It doesn't exist. Everything on television is scripted. All of them. Everyone's an actor.
Tell lie. So that's the world you're living in. For me, I say to people, throw away your TVs, man. Don't pay attention to any politics, culture, or religion. At all, zero. Because that's the trap. As long as you believe your politics is better than somebody else, if you're superior to them, you've lost already. Or your culture, or your religion, done. But that's what most people are caught up in. Because I'm a Tory or what's the other one, Labour, I'm better than you. Or because I am a Christian, I'm better than you because you're a Muslim. Or because I am a Protestant, I'm better than you because you're a Catholic. That's the division. But that's what this thing does. So you take a circle, and then you divide it. That's a division symbolism. So you have two dots instead of one. So you have 2 points. That's all they've done. They've created 2 points. So if somebody says this, I come back to this. And we can go back and forth forever. And as long as we're doing that, that's the energy that this side needs to thrive. Conflict. So don't be avoid the conflict by doing the conditional acceptances and remaining in commercial honor, because everything is commerce now. Everything is contract.
What about the idea of the colour of ink and the colour of paper?
The colour?
The colour of ink. You know, when you're writing in commerce, do you stick with black and white, or? Because
I don't do black and white in commerce. I do black when I'm representing for my strong.
Okay.
Because black is dead. So anything written in black is in legal fiction jurisdiction. If you're going to write in blue, that's commerce. You see, in red normally identifies living in red, blood. Okay, and then you can write in purple, which is sovereign, writes in purple. Or you could use gold, which is king's edit. Then you write in gold.
What about green? Has that got a meaning?
I haven't used green in commerce.
Okay.
Those are the 5 that I use in commerce.
Okay.
I don't use.
Because there's a lot of green
in commerce.
Like I worked in a school recently. There's a lot of green pens about now.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Okay. Okay.
But I haven't used green commas.
All right.
Yeah, but black is dead. So when you're writing in black, understand that it's supposed to do with legal fiction.
Understood.
Blue is red, life. So you can write in red the entire.
Right.
Or purple if you want to declare yourself sovereign. Or if you think you're a king, you can write in gold.
What about Queen? I'm African
Purple.
Princess Queen.
Purple. Purple. It's up here. It's gold. So AU is gold. Purple. But AU is where you authenticate. This is where the author comes in with these documents. The documents are not authentic because they have no AU. AU is gold. AU is author, right? When you when you become an author of something, you give it authority. So it's AU again, authority. How do you authenticate it? By your signature and your seal, your thumbprint. Authenticate. Gold. That's why it's up here, gold. So what you need to do is to be gold all the time instead of lead, which is here. So your entire existence, you're supposed to transform yourself from lead to gold. Alchemy.
Can I make a quick statement about the word queen? Apparently it's not such a good word. Yeah, if you look it up, I think it comes from Old English. It means harlot or strumpet or prostitute. So it might be better to say princess. Okay.
You old queen.
Yeah.
Woman. The old queen. All words. Nice is a deadly word. Christian is a stupid person or something etymologically. Nice is not nice. It's the opposite as well. So you call people nice, it means.
What does nice mean?
The opposite of it.
Yeah, I looked that up.
Someone looks much better.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean what we
It
think it
means
means.
opposite.
So
Black is white as well. When I found out, what?
Yeah, I was told
Black is
that,
white.
yeah.
It's black comes from bleach. Bleach is white.
Yeah.
And blonde.
Mad up.
Try to say that again about being black is white. Go on, say that
Black is
again.
white. Black is white.
yeah,
Why?
Because
Close is blonde.
yeah,
Because
Right.
black means blonde and
Yeah.
blonde means white.
Yeah.
So everybody that's calling themselves a legal fiction
Black
being a
man.
black
For me, I like
person.
what they say. I'm a black man.
They're saying they're white. Yeah.
White.
Long.
Black man is a legal definition. It's not an individual.
Yeah.
Black is a legal definition. So you need to understand when you say I'm a black or an ethnic minority, that's a legal definition. It's
and
not
even the
you.
word ethnic, which I really hate.
Even that. Tell me about the forms. Oh my God. When I go to fill these forms, guys get, whoa, this guy. You want to chase me out of the building.
Because ethnic means
'Cause I'm
non-Jew,
choosing- what the hell is
devil-like,
Hmm?
and all these sorts of things. Why am I ethnic?
Yeah. One time I put my forms, I put Chinese.
Who's ethnic, really?
Put Chinese.
Yeah, and they called me. So what? Yeah.
Ethnicity. Left-handed.
next time try black and east.
Yeah, but that's
BMI.
that's in vibration.
Black,
Hmm?
minority, something or other.
No, those are legal terms, and you
I
keep
know.
changing them because as soon as you identify with it, you become a legal fiction. So you become. America went through a good one. There were Negroes, there have been black Negroes,
African American.
Americans now.
Yeah, that's what they are now. Yeah.
But you keep changing until. But that's the whole game. As long as you identify yourself as a Negro, African American, whatever else, then certain rules apply. Yeah. If you say you are a dog, we put dogs this way. Cats this way.
What about other?
Other.
I thought.
No.
Other.
Other.
You're funny.
I don't even do that. For me, I put a cross.
Straight through the whole lot. Yeah, none of your damn
And I
business.
said, I put down, what do I put? No to racial profiling, that's what I say. Done.
Okay.
You could put a more.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so carry on. So we're going to go number one on this paper. So all law is contract. As we said before, contracts are agreements between either individuals or individual corporations, but it has to be an agreement of some sort.
Sorry, to take a step back. Something the sister said just then, Sydney said just then. I think, according to European law, black people are known as Moors.
All of them, specifically.
Yes, okay, but and now it's become, I don't know, somewhat trendy or fashionable for black people to try and regain that. What's your say on? Sorry, I've got a bit. What's your say on that?
Or black people were here or in America?
All over. Yeah.
It's going to be very difficult for black
So-called, yeah.
White people to call themselves Moors.
Yeah.
Because Moors are from, where are they from? Morocco.
Yeah.
But Morocco was created in the 50s. They're not from Morocco.
Overstood.
Alternatively,
No, it comes from the root word morenos, meaning, as they said, black or negra.
or Moab.
Yeah.
Because the Moors are the tribe of Moab.
No, it's from the word Moor, M-U-U-R, which is I think that's the Latin meaning black.
This Moor. This Moor. You see?
Yeah.
M-O-O-R.
It's the same word. It's got the same meaning.
No, I'm trying to get the original one, but these are the Moab, the tribe of Moab who became Moors. As far as my understanding is.
Okay.
The tribe of Moab.
Okay.
They're the ones from
I understand what you're saying. Okay.
The tribe of Moab, their origin is around Canaan.
Yeah. Okay.
Those places. So if that's the origin, then how is it that they can claim origin here again? England or America?
You see? I think that's the whole point. They don't want to. They don't want to. I think that's part of the point. Rather than going, Black British, they want to go to direct
something that exists earlier.
That's too far away. In my opinion, that's too far away. You'd rather go to Africa, it's closer, than go all the way to Palestine to claim origin. You see?
Yeah, overstood.
For the skin colour, you'd rather say Africa than go past Africa and go to the Middle East to say that's where you're from.
But there's no such thing as the Middle East.
Moab?
There's no Middle East.
No, I'm sorry, Moab. I'm trying to say, I wish I had a map so I could just point to it instead of calling it. I'm saying what they call Palestine and Israel now. You see, that's where the Moabs were from.
Yeah. But which landmass are they on?
What today?
Yeah, but it was different then.
In those days it was called Moab, today it's called Palestine.
Yeah, I know it's called Palestine, but where is Palestine on the map?
That's what I'm saying.
You know where Iraq is? Iraq, Israel, all them places.
Continue. I know where you're going.
I'm not gonna. If we had a map, then we just point to this place instead of giving them names.
Okay.
Because the names keep changing.
Is it on the land mass that is called Africa?
No.
The Middle East.
Yeah.
You know where Egypt is? It's to the east.
Egypt.
Egypt is in Africa.
You having a laugh?
Egypt is in Africa.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right. No, okay, but
Thank you.
never eat. Okay, you see.
Egypt is not part of the side. It's the other side.
I know
There's a
which side
river
it's
in the middle of it. So why are we doing it then?
Just trying to reclaim the original name.
Let's say this is supposed to be Africa, right? This is Egypt, and that's the. Let's say it looks something like that. All right. Let's say this is Africa first.
Yeah.
This is Egypt here.
Yeah.
Right. What I'm talking about Moab is here, where the Israel and Iran and whatever.
Syria and all that.
Yeah. What I'm saying to you, if people are English here or American here, and they want to claim they look like you and me, they should claim origin here instead of going all the way up here.
Yeah. Migration might get people confused.
Because of the March.
Yeah.
So that's just specifically with Moab.
Okay.
So if you go all the way to Moab, and where did this Moab come from before they came to create the Moroccan Empire?
Okay, understood.
But I might be wrong because that's not my specialty.
I hear you. Okay.
That's just my research so far. If I do some more, I'll probably discover something else.
I hear that. Fair enough.
But the thing about the Moors is their connection with Islam. That would remove me from one to have association with it. Because Islam is Masonic. So Moors are Masons.
Okay.
And Masons are the ones who are doing this. So you want to attach yourself to that group?
They're not Muslims, are they, Moors?
Moors are Muslims. They're the ones who built Spain. Muslims, Moors of Spain.
Spanish.
They're the ones who came over here.
And they got chased out of Spain just recently, and they went into the sea and became pirates. But it's just recently, about 1700 or something. It's not very far. But they were there for about 700 years, developing Europe, Moors, building all these castles and stuff.
What they call the Renaissance.
They destroyed, when they get chased out, they destroyed most of it, but something called Alhambra. Look Alhambra up.
There's one in Bradford, yeah.
You see, the original one in Spain,
Okay.
they saw it, it was so beautiful, they can't even demolish this.
Okay.
You know, it's Muslim, but you're going to let it stand.
And
if you look it up online, you can see images of it. It's a beautiful building. Alhambra.
Alhambra.
Yeah, Alhambra. In Spain. But that's built by the Moors. We've gone to Spain and we've reality. But yeah, man, I like this talk. I like, it's good to research because you find out so much information that's hidden. So much. So it's the Masons who are doing this. The Pope is the one who claims through the Unam Sanctum and the papal bulls, right, that he owned the world. He claims that he owned the world. And it's here. And then he uses this cults to do the indoctrination. So the Freemasons are the biggest one because they run the media industry, the entertainment and the sports, you see. And as long as they run that, they can influence the newer generation. And they've been doing that for a long time now.
Who would have rebutted, it sounds like a daft question this, I can't believe I'm even asking this, but who would have rebutted the Pope's claim?
Anyone can. I have my rebuttal ready. I have a draft deed I have to send to him.
So it's us.
So you have to stand up and say, listen.
Yeah, you don't own my...
exactly, you don't own my
boxer shorts or whatever.
There's wording to it, is my body, mind, body and soul. And the estate, the name being the estate. So you're going to claim back the name from the Pope. Right. And you're going to let him know that you own your mind, body and soul. And you're going to refer to the Unam Sanctum. I mean, I've done it. I have it. I'm sure somebody's ready to see it. But I have my one ready. I'm going to send it to him as soon as I'm ready for it. Let him know I'm taking back my estate. Okay? I'm letting you know you never created me. I don't even recognize you. Your stupid fisherman hat. Okay? And your stupid dress. And your pedophilia. I can carry on. Anyway, we won't get into Pope. Let's keep
Just don't say it.
we're going to do a Pope on his own day. Just on the Vatican. So you can start from how they kill the babies to make the skins for that the papal bull, the crown that they wear. It's made of skin.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the kind of crap they're into. That's why you call kids, right? Kids. Call your children kids. You know why? Capricorn and goat. Don't call your children kids. They love kids. They love kids very much. All right. Now, number one. Let's go to this. We'll stay on the Pope forever. Number one is all those contracts, and all contracts are enforceable agreements. And an agreement is a coming together of the minds. If we don't come together, we have no agreement of the minds. That's it. That's what a contract is. So if somebody writes to you in legalese and you see it, that's a contract. If they write to you in legalese and you do not see it, there's no contract. Because you cannot see it. We have to have an agreement of the minds. If you're trying to say to me that I owe you money, and I'm saying to you I cannot see what you've written, because it's in Chinese, there's no agreement of the mind, there's no contract.
But that group said to you.
Yep.
But what they're saying is when you do it over the phone and you say, I'm doing a contract agreement with you for Sky, broadband and stuff. My friend said even though you've not done it in writing together as a contract, they've got that as just more or less the same thing.
It's a verbal agreement. Look, the point is you cannot be a silent partner to the agreement. That's what people do all the time. Sky or whoever is offering you a contract, and you're not putting in your terms. You're just agreeing to it. Tell them, no, I don't contract over the phone. Send me the paperwork for it and I'll sign it. That's an option. But create your own terms of doing business with people. Don't just be told, sign this and you sign it. Sign this and you... Otherwise, you have to have discussion. People have to... They want your business.
Yeah, because I'm trying to pull out of my contract and they're telling me, no, you can't. Because if you do, and halfway through it, you're going to have to pay like 30 odd or whatever.
If that was the agreement, then yeah. But that's the other things you cancel before you sign it. So you need to read the contract. And if it comes across, you have to pay 30 times as much if I cancel early, then I'm going to cancel that clause or whatever. I'm going to change that.
And then send it back. Done over the phone though. over the phone.
So you could have said,
That's what I'm saying, you need to
say.
say, I don't contract over the phone, send me the contract, I'll sign it and send it to you. Same thing.
You're in it.
They want verbal
I'm in it now,
agreements.
I didn't know.
Because verbal agreements, you could say anything, a verbal agreement, but only this can be enforced. You see, so try and get your agreements in writing instead of verbal. Yeah, because writing is easier to enforce. Verbal agreements is going to involve controversy. We have to be taken to court, and then the judge has to decide what was said and what constitutes an agreement.
Slightly.
That's coffee.
Very many. Until I go like sleeping.
I see you going.
I mean,
Wake up!
wait, leave me alone, I'm alright.
Right. Okay. Number two. Now, a common language between the parties of the contract is a prerequisite. All right. So that's why we kill them in the common language. They write in legalese, we write in English. We have no common language. We have no agreement. I'm never going to write in legalese again when it comes to contracts, and I'm not going to see legalese again when it comes to contracts. So I'm never ever going to enter another legalese contract in my life, because everything I'm doing in English now. You see? That's it. Now the deception. Words of art, words of poetry, legalese, babble. That's a deception. Everything evolves around that. Right? Now, the rest is to do, I think most of us know the rest of it, with birth certificate and stuff like that, so there shouldn't be any confusion. What you need to know is when you register your baby, the title gets split into two. So you get equitable rights to the baby, and the government or the council gets legal rights to the baby. Alright? Whoever has legal right is a higher right. Whoever has legal right is the owner of the property. Equitable right just gives you right of use.
So can you just send back the birth certificate then, and then get your baby?
They probably won't give it to you, but what you want is something called record of live birth. Because that's what the exchange is. Because when you're born, there's a record that this baby was living. You take a record of live birth, you give it to the government, they give you a receipt for the birth certificate. You see, so you need to get, if possible, get the record of live birth. But ideally, what we are doing with my people we're working with now, they're taking that birth certificate and claiming it.
Or putting in your trust?
Yeah, okay. Putting it as asset in your trust, so that you can claim all the money. If there's any money on it, it belongs to you and belongs to the trust. You see? Because your birth certificate, everyone in here has their own. So they can do that with theirs. You claim yours, she claims hers, he claims his, and everybody's okay. So I don't need to come and encroach on your certificates. If everybody secured their certificates, then everybody should be okay. Securing your name. Yeah, so the name split into two. Date of birth is the date of incorporation, as per Maritime Manifest, and the address is the premises for commercial activity. So that's why when this guy comes over, he's going to ask you those three things. That's how you lose your body, mind, and soul. What's your name? What's your date of birth? What's your address? Those three things. Three joiners. So number one, you don't have a name. You never ever have a name. Right? I'm known as, or call me. Right? Or appellation. If you have to write it down, it's an appellation. But I'm known as is best. I'm known as.
I'm known as.
Yeah. So I'm known as John. Or call me John. What is your name? What is your name? You see, call me John. What is your name? That's a good word. What is not my name?
Yeah, that's the...
You see? When it comes to police, that's what I say. What's your name? I say, who? What? No, what is not my name? Yeah, you keep him there, man. You know him? What? Call me whatever you want to be called. But for the purposes of these proceedings, you can call me Mr. X.
Anything you want to make up?
Yeah, you can call it anything else. You can describe it.
It's legal fiction.
Evelyn over there.
It's not real.
Evelyn today, or whatever it was.
It's made believe. It's acting. When you ask him their name, they say, my name is PC123456. His mom never called him PC123456. What's your name, man? What's your name? You're asking me my name. Your name is not PC123456. That's ridiculous.
That's his work information.
Exactly. So he's doing business with you. So you don't want to give him your real name, you want to give him your business name. You see? That's your trust name. So once you set up the things in your trust, give him the trust name.
Well, they ask for your date of birth, and when you ask them back for, I'd like your date of birth just for data protection. Can I just well?
Your date of birth is hearsay anyway.
Yeah, but
date of birth.
yeah, because I was only told.
Date of birth doesn't exist.
Yeah, sorry, it's inadmissible.
You have two. In your legal fiction world, you have your DOB, date of birth. In the real world, you have your nativity day. That's the difference. So when you put your wording, you use nativity instead of date of birth. In our wording, we don't even use date, because we know what date means. It's a gift. In my letters, you never see that word date. Date. You see. But for legal fiction, we can use date of birth. Alright? So,
So what did you say then? Date, you've got two births, did you say that?
No, two names for the same thing.
No, the thing about the birth, you said in this world, in the dead world, it's date of birth, but in the living world, it's...
nativity.
Nativity.
The day of nativity.
Yeah.
And this is what Phil was saying to me, there's two, on your birth certificate there's 2 dates. We tend to give the day we were born, rather than the date that certificate became
created.
alive.
Yeah.
Became alive.
1966 or something like that.
Yeah, so...
It's a date of incorporation.
Yeah.
So you have the date.
Rather than the day you were born, is what you're supposed to get.
Why?
So like, yeah, man, it's a year after it was.
No, if you look on the certificate, it's got like, say mine is, I was born 25th of May. That was the date that I was born into the world. But on the certificate, when my dad went and registered me, it's on the 12th of June. So when people ask me for the date of birth, you can say the 12th of June, rather than the date I was born, because I'm attaching myself to the bond. Does that make sense? Is that right?
That's the date of incorporation.
Yeah.
When were you incorporated? When were you turned into a corporation?
Yeah.
Different from when you were conceived. It's when you were birthed. Birth, no. When you're English, when you came out of the womb, put it like that.
Yeah.
Because birth, born is all maritime. Maritime. So you're never born or birthed. Birth is just that, birth. Like birth in the ocean, maritime. When the ship, boat, births.
The width of a ship.
So the width of a ship is a birth, and also when you come and park is birthing as well. When you park the ship, it's birth.
When
I looked into getting my life born record, the best I was offered was an extract from my mother's medical file when she was in hospital. I never pursued it. But you can't get live born records in this country, as far as I'm aware anyway.
Well, you can, but you have to.
You
have to write. No, the right people to write. Everything is there, except no one's gonna give you advice. You just have to dig.
Right.
Yeah. So that's that with the name 3. So you don't avoid those 3 things, or you need to give them out reluctantly. There's other ways you can do it. You need to understand private and public. You're a private man. You live in private. It's a different jurisdiction. Private here. Public is here. Try not to mix those 2. You see. So when they come and offer you public services, you know how to decline them without argument. You see. The way they offer you the services is what's your name, what's your date of birth, what's your address. Name is a corporation. Date of birth is the date of incorporation. Your address is the premises where you're conducting business. That's it. So when you don't use address or premises address unless you have to, because that address just means just that, a place where you're doing business. A place for business is subject to public law and taxes and all that stuff. But it's public. You're doing business. You're doing business with the public, so it's subject to public law. So you need to stay up here private. So lose the name, lose the date of birth, and lose the address. So mailing location, it could be the location where you accept documents, okay, where the location where I live, my home, is at with the numbers. But what you want to avoid is the words. Remember, it's always spells. It's the word, particular words. So no address for living people. Addresses for legal fictions. Names, addresses, date of birth, legal fictions. All of it. All right?
What would you put instead of an address?
I'd say, please write to me at this location. And then I put down the location.
Private location.
Yeah. At this private location. Yeah. So it's the words that you're trying to avoid, like driver and that nonsense.
Can you not just put at the beginning, this is written in English, not legalese?
would that not cover you?
And then writing legalese.
And then well, then things like date of birth and all the bits you don't know, then you're covered. Because it's almost like you've got to become a solicitor to...
If you're going to write in English, then you write in English, but you cannot say this document is written in English if it's in legalese. You see, I cannot write a document in Chinese and say this document is written in English if it's in Chinese. So you cannot say it's in English if it's in legalese. So that's what I mean. See?
Okay.
Sometimes it's... You have to understand one thing. You know more about this stuff than the people you're dealing with.
Yeah.
That's the truth of it. Because you do more research. They go into a job every day, filing paperwork like that. That's all they do. They're not researching this stuff.
Programmed to do it,
Yeah. So you know more about this stuff than they do. So you don't have to worry too much about, do I have to tell them it's legalese or it's English? I mean, we'll get to a point where I'll show you how to see quickly how to syntax a document or how to make it English. Yeah. Okay, so everything legal, number 3, is based upon words and the presumption that such words create. That is it. It's presumptions. Okay, so we know about capital minutia and all that stuff, all capitals. And then we go to number 3, which is the trust business. So the trust has got 3 branches as well, if you will. So you got a grantor. A grantor is a guy or a testator. So he's the one who puts property into the trust. So if you own a whole bunch of stuff, you create a trust. It could be the nice G. It could be the G trust. All right. Some people know what that is, some people look very strange. But some people know what that is.
A great geometrist.
Right? It's this symbolism. You're going to see your stars do it all the time.
The Freemasons?
Yeah, Freemasons.
Yeah. In the pictures. Always. It's where it is. Sometimes they put it down like this.
Is it the square? It's the square and the compass.
Yeah, and then they put it in a hat. So they put this symbol here.
Oh, the LA Lakers.
Yeah, it's just it. Where am I going with this? Oh, grantor. Grantor. That's the guy who puts property into the trust. Alright? So somebody's going to create a trust, give it a name, put the property they own in the trust, and then appoint somebody with a trustee to run it. So we have grantor, trustee, and then the trustee runs the trust for the benefit of the beneficiary. And that's the basic setup of a trust. So those are the main players in a trust. Alright? So the only condition for a trust is that the trustee cannot run the trust for their own benefit. Alright? Is that clear?
Yeah.
So they have what's called a controlling interest on the trust. Controlling interest. They run the trust, but for the benefit of these people here. They get an allowance to run the trust, but the trust is for the benefit of the beneficiaries. That's the intention of every trust. So when you're in benefits, it's a trust.
And you're the beneficiary. And you're the beneficiaries, right?
They, public servants, are the trustees of that trust.
Right. So all they're doing is giving you your own money out of your trust.
Exactly.
Buduf.
Who's
Okay.
the grantor of the trust? You. Why? Because the name.
Yeah. So you can be the grantor and the beneficiary, but you can't be the trustee.
No.
Okay.
So that's what they're doing with benefits.
Right.
You're a beneficiary of a trust in your own name. However, the trustees don't tell you.
Okay.
You're the grantor, that they're getting the money from your trust account.
Yeah. And what's the name of that account again? It's your
Citus trust account.
Citus trust account.
It used to be called fideicommissory in the old days. They changed it. Fideicommissory, they call it Citus trust account.
Because we trust them.
We trust. That's the old one from something Henry VIII or something. He's the one who set up the original SPQV when they stole people's property.
And this is called a what?
Citus.
Citus. Fideicommissory. They changed the names, but that's what they keep doing it. It used to be fideicommissory, it becomes Citus now. Now they call it secret trust. But the point I'm trying to get to is this. Once you have these accounts, right, or for instance
birth certificate, it's got numbers on it. You go online, you can check right now on the trading stocks.
Yes.
How much it's worth.
Okay.
You can do that easily these days. At the same time, once you secured your accounts, right? You have access to these accounts. You can check and see who's taking money out.
Okay. Can we access it though? Can we actually go in and say, right?
That's what I'm saying. Once you file the UCC.
Oh, that's what you said earlier. Overstood. Okay.
Yeah. That's what we're encouraging everyone to do. Because once you take charge of that account, then you can start running it. And you can go into that account because you're the only one with the password now. It's your account in your name. You're the only one with the password to it. And you go in there and see who's taking what out.
Right.
Chase them. You say, hey, that's an account in my account. How come you took money out from this thing?
Yeah.
And I have proof now.
Whoa.
That's what we're taking. That's all we need to do now.
Okay.
And then shut them down from every angle.
Yeah.
Well, that's what
that's going to be important for when the digital age comes.
Oh yeah, very, very important.
The money's going.
So you have to get things now, so like you state now, because once the money's it's all credit.